Hi, welcome to the Jay Flight 28 BHS by Jayco. We're going to start your video orientation on the outside of the trailer. Let's start at the front. And at the front we're going to start with one of the 4 stabilization jacks. These jacks are located at the 4 corners of your trailer and are used to stabilize the trailer. It should never be used as a means to level the trailer. You should get your trailer mostly level before you use these jacks. Front storage compartment with under bed access. We also have a tabletop mount for your barbecue. You have your manual cranks for the stabilization jacks and the electric tongue jack, as well as the light. Another new feature I'd like to point out, these side indication lights or running lights are set up with a camera body so you can install a rear view camera. There's one located at each side, so this same light on the other side will have the same setup, making it easy to add some further safety to the trailer. As we come around the front, we'll notice this area here. This is a new unit, so we don't have a battery on it yet, but this is the battery storage area. And right below there, we have your breakaway switch. The way this functions, this loop be attached to the tow vehicle. If at any point the trailer becomes detached from the tow vehicle, that loop will pull on this pin. This pin will be removed. It'll engage the trailer brakes. Now, if you're ever having troubles towing your vehicle, or it feels like it's not towing right, there is a good chance that in your setup you may have pulled this pin out just a little bit. It's always a good idea to check here if you're having braking issues with your trailer. This propane system is equipped with a crossover regulator. What that means is, when you turn this handle, if it's pointing in this direction, it's pointing at this bottle, it will draw from this bottle until the pressure decreases to a predetermined amount. And once it decreases that amount, it automatically crosses over and will draw from this tank, regardless of which direction this handle is pointing. And right in front of that we have your electric tongue jack. We have a nice light. Nice if you're loading at night. And then on the top here we have this port. And remove that and you can use the manual tongue jack found in the front storage compartment. As we continue along the trailer, you'll see there's an additional lighting for the front. Very useful packing up at night. Continue along the outside past your slide. You come around to your outdoor shower, and right above there your tank flush for your black water, and below that we have your input for your city water connection or the garden hose from your campground. However you want to look at it, it's the same thing. Right below here we have the output for your black and gray water tanks. Right in front of me here we have the valve for your black water, and right beside we have the valve for your gray water. Welcome to your cable satellite input. This is where you'd plug the cable in from your campground. A few things on the back here. We have your 30 amp power supply cord that you plug into campground power. We have your hot water heater access, especially of note here. It's your drain plug right there. This little cap. These caps are a little different. If you remove this plug or cap, always open the pressure relief valve. If this pressure relief valve isn't open, that cap or plug will shoot out of there like a rocket. We'll also notice on the back here we have ladder access to the roof, as well as another camera body for a rear view camera. Now the rear view camera is not included. It had to be purchased separately, but it's already pre-wired for it. This unit comes with a RVQ or an outdoor barbecue. Pretty easy to operate. Use this quick connect hose. This end goes into this end of the barbecue, like so. And this end here goes into this propane port located at the back of the trailer. Now there is a valve on here as well, so you'll have to make sure that it is open or pointing out along parallel with the line. Next, we'll come along to your outdoor kitchen. We have bar fridge. One thing I will note, make sure you grab and open the door from the little recessed handle portion and just grab the top of the door. Your fingers get pinched, so make sure you use the handle and then you'll be good. Next we come to the sink and stove top. Got a couple of extra burners here. As you're cooking on the burner here, you can boil some corn or whatever your fancy is. And it hooks up much the same way. It has this quick connect hose that will be connected with this end right here, and this end right here to another quick connect propane port. And like the last one, it has a valve that needs to be in the open position. Can be lit with a barbecue lighter once they're in the light position. The other thing of note on this trailer is your LED lighting under the awning, along with speakers and the heads of the awning at either end. These speakers can be played from inside the trailer via the trailer stereo. Also of note, on the outside here, we have a mount for your TV, as well as output for your cable or satellite, and a GFCI plug to provide power. We also see your potable water input, so if you want to fill your freshwater tank, this is where you'd put your hose to do that. Also, we have your fridge on this side, and because it's under the awning, I'd like to make special note of how hot these can get if the furnace is working and the fridge is working. Now the fridge, it's important to note that it is under your awning because this is actually venting. You need a lot of air to go through here for the fridge to work properly. So if that doesn't happen because you have something leaned up against it, because this is under your awning, then the fridge won't work properly. So make sure this is free of any obstruction. And secondly, the heat that comes from the furnace exhaust. It does get really warm. I know it says hot on here, but when it's under the awning, it's always worth noting that this could be something that you want to be aware of it, that it's there. Next, we'll give you a tour of the inside of this Jayco trailer. First things first, we come in, as soon as you step through the door, there's your fire extinguisher. We have a little storage. We also have your indication panel with all your tank level indications. We have your light switch for the main lights of the trailer. We have the awning light switch, and we have the awning control, as well as the control for your slide room in and out. Now above, we also have switches to operate your water pump and your water heater on gas and electric. Coming in the door and you look to your left, you'll see that we have your bunks. You'll also see we have storage access via this door on the front of the bunks. We have the bathroom. The bathroom is where you'll find the unit's GFCI plug. If at any point in time this is tripped, there will be a light on the front that indicates that there's no power at this plug, but it also indicates there's no power at any plug that is on the load side of this. So that'll likely in this trailer be your outside plug under your awning. Any counter plugs in the kitchen area will probably be on the load side of this GFCI plug. So if they're not working, check and see if this is tripped. If it is, pretty simple, just hit the reset button right above it. Next, we're going to take a look at your thermostat. This is a capacitive touch thermostat, meaning you don't actually have to compress a mechanical button, so it's very light touch. And you can cycle through the different options. You have your fan options, auto, high or low. You have your AC options with the auto, high and low, and you have the heat options with auto, high or low. It's important that you use these to cycle through. Now I will note, if the fan is on high and you put the furnace on, the AC blower will blow. The compressor doesn't go, but the blower will blow. So sometimes that can confuse people. So if you don't want the AC blower on when you're doing this, then make sure the fan is set to auto, not high. Since we were talking about the AC, let's talk about it some more. Here's the unit here. Now once you turn it on from the thermostat, you have really just a few options other than a high or low, or medium, or auto, sorry. You have these louvers at the unit itself. With the louvers closed, that's going to force the majority of the air, or all of the air, to all of these ports located throughout the trailer. There's the one for the bedroom. However, with this louver open, you won't get much, if any, cool air from these vents. It'll all come through here to the center of the trailer. Next we come to your stereo system and TV. This stereo has two zones, 1 and 2, 1 being the inside of the trailer, 2 being the outside. You can listen to one zone by itself, you can listen to both zones together, or none of them at all. So if you want to listen to music or the radio on those awning speakers, select zone 2, shut zone 1 off. You can listen to music outside and not bother anybody inside. Now this radio also has a USB connectivity, an auxiliary port, HDMI, as well as Bluetooth connectivity. Next we'll slide over and we'll come to your fridge. This will run off propane or electric, and it also has an auto function which it'll automatically switch electric if available. If not, it'll go to propane. Next we'll come to your stove. These are pretty nice. They have an automatic lighter. You put this to the light position with the burner on and you automatically get a red light. You flick this handle and it'll ignite the gas, and that's the same way for all 3 top burners. As well as your oven. The only difference with the oven is that in order to light it, you have to turn it to the light position, the little flame, but then you press and hold the knob and turn the sparker at the same time. Right below here, we'll come to your power center. This is where you'll find your fuses, much like in a car, and your breakers, very much like that you have at home. They operate in the same way. You see that we have a carbon monoxide and propane detector. This is important to have, and it's important to test and make sure it functions every once in a while. There's a button on the front here. You press and hold that for a couple seconds, maybe 3, and it will sound like this. Not a nice sound, but that's what it sounds like when you actually test the unit and the green light comes back on showing you that it's working fine. I would test it about every 6 months. I only say that because of daylight savings time, and usually that is when you check the batteries on this, your smoke detector. So again, button on the front, I'd press that to make sure it's functioning every 6 months or so, although I'd probably just change the battery anyways. So daylight savings time every 6 months. When you're checking this, make sure you go down here and check that. Lastly, we come to your bedroom. Of note here, emergency exit. In order to engage the emergency exit, you want to press down on the black handle or black tab, push the red handle over and it'll pop out. Swing it out, push it through the opening in the window all the way out, and then you just pull this tab. It's pretty easy. The screen will come out and you can escape to safety. The bedroom has a bracket set up for wall installation of a TV, as well as power and cable satellite access right in the same area. We also have 12 volt and USB connectivity in the bedroom. These trailers are filled with fun and lots of features. So if I miss something, you can always give us a call and ask us any questions you want. We'll do our best to answer you in a timely fashion. Thank you very much.